You know what I'm saying? I said, if somebody copy me, I'm like, you copy me. You know what I'm saying? I tell Trav, like, yo, you copy me, boy. You know, and it's like, but I love you, but just know what it is.
Travis Scott has become the new Kanye West, but the reason why will shock you. With the release of Travis's fourth studio album, Utopia, it has become clearly apparent that Trav has taken massive inspiration from Kanye all throughout this blockbuster record. From the album's boundary-pushing soundscape to the aggressive energy, many have even called Utopia Travis Scott's Yeezus, but this claim goes way deeper than just some vague similarities. Utopia is not just an album that's inspired by Yeezus, it's a record that is a spiritual successor to the 2013 album, and after you find out why, you may go as far to call Utopia a Kanye West album. Now, before we can get into the strange nature of Utopia's creation, it's important to look back at Travis Scott's come up. Before Travis was selling 500,000 albums in a week and touring the world, Kanye took him under his wing, signing him as a producer to his Good Music label, where Trav studied Ye's creative process firsthand. As Kanye spiraled into the musical wormhole that made Yeezus into the divisive project that it would become, musical heavyweights like Rick Rubin and Mike Dean would help Ye score one of the most experimental albums in rap's history, and alongside them was none other than a young Travis Scott. When Yeezus finally released in June of 2013, Travis Scott had 2 producer credits on the songs New Slaves and Guilt Trip, and this experience would go on to change his life forever. After working under Kanye's wing, Trav directly saw how Ye made his albums cultural landmarks and how an artist can reimagine their sonic image, and from here, Trav would go and use this to his advantage. With Kanye's playbook, Travis Scott was quickly able to rise to a near unprecedented level of success in the rap world. From starting his career off with an interconnected series of projects with the Rodeo series, to his third album being a thrilling celebration of where he made it to so far. Travis Scott's career trajectory had always shown many parallels to Kanye's, but after the release of Utopia, Travis has brought this narrative new truth, stepping into the role as the new Kanye West, whether it's deserved or not. Utopia is not an album that Travis Scott built from the ground up, but is one that he forged from the rubble of Kanye's cutting room floor. From producer and writer's credits to throwaway beats to songs that were straight gifted to Travis by Kanye himself. When it comes to the record-breaking numbers Utopia is doing, Travis Scott has nobody more to thank than Kanye West. Looking at one of Utopia's most hyped-up tracks, God's Country, while the song has been getting previewed throughout Travis's live shows during the past year, the track was originally made for Kanye West's 10th studio album Donda, but was ultimately scrapped by Ye. This isn't the only time we witnessed Travis rapping about his faith, just like Kanye would, as the album's second track, Thank God, was also left off Donda as well. Now, if you already thought this is too much, I got some bad news for you, because the Donda influence on Utopia doesn't even end here, as the record's 18th track, Telekinesis, was originally made for Kanye also. Now, to Travis's defense, he did reforge this track quite a lot, adding Future and SZA, but from this alone, with the way Travis Scott has picked up the leftovers from Donda to how he has near identically replaced the verses and performances Ye recorded with his own interpolations of them, it makes you wonder, should we be praising Travis Scott for Utopia, or should we be praising Kanye West? Going back to Yeezus, Travis visited stage 1 of his career as he pulled assets from this record also to forge Utopia. The album's third song, Modern Jam, uses the original instrumental for Yeezus' third track, I Am a God, and beyond this comparison, many have said that the first verse on this track mirrors Kanye's verse on Sight between their similar subject matter and crude punchlines. Aside from these connections, Travis has also constructed entirely new tracks from the ground up with blaring similarities to what Kanye has already done in the past. The song Circus Maximus uses a near identical drum pattern to Black Skinhead, and beyond just Yeezus, the song Fiend uses similar drums to Graduation's intro track Good Morning. So as we look at the musical DNA laid out by Kanye West that's embedded into Utopia, I ask again, who should get the credit? Do we give Kanye props for laying out such a strong foundation for Travis Scott to build off of, and do we discredit Travis for taking heavy inspiration from another artist? Do we take it away from Travis Scott for learning how to make music in the presence of Kanye West and forming long-standing relationships with some of Ye's closest collaborators, including Mike Dean and Rick Rubin? I don't have all these answers, but what I can tell you is this. No matter how far the impact of Kanye West goes on Utopia, it takes a lot of artistic foresight to curate an album this massive in the meticulous way that Travis Scott has. From the sonic atmosphere, utilization of features, and sequencing of Utopia, it is abundantly clear that Travis Scott has a tight grip on his artistry. The abrasive world he builds has so much character and charm, but beyond this, the record has consistency and synergy. The entirety of Utopia works as a cohesive experience that can be played from start to finish, with every corner of the record feeling well executed to the very last detail. Even with an abundance of features from some of the biggest A-listers in the world like Beyonce and Drake, despite the larger-than-life presence that these voices helm, they never feel like they overshadow Travis or the album's vision as a whole. So when we look at the utilization of features, along with the consistency and completion of an album, these are aspects of the record-building process that Travis Scott is much stronger at than Kanye West at this point in their careers. No matter what pieces Travis Scott picked up from Kanye West's stash, what an album like Donda showed us is that while Kanye still reigns in creativity, he struggles to make an album feel like the complete and polished experience he once thrived at putting together. From the incomplete and even demo-like state he leaves his verses and certain songs in, to how he lets features overpower not just himself, but the album as a whole, as they focus more on the star power of the namesake than the flow and vision of the project. Where Kanye West fails at this current day and age is where Travis Scott thrives. So overall, while some will hate how much Travis Scott pulls from Kanye West's creative vision and hold it against him for flying so close to what a legendary artist has already established and solidified, others will praise Travis for following in the lineage of one of the most renowned artists of all time. But no matter where you stand, you can't deny that Travis Scott is the new Kanye West, whether you like it or not. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on the entirety of this situation in the comments below. Has Travis Scott earned Kanye's place, or is he donning a mantle that is simply too big for his own shoulders? Please let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see how I believe Travis executed on Kanye's vision and responded to the impossible expectations he had going into Utopia, check out the suggested video.